Dan Andros of faithwire.com is with us now to tell us more about that. So Dan, who is this group and what are they saying about the attacks on Barrett's faith?
Yeah, well, the group is the Coalition for Jewish Values, and they are coming out and they are speaking, interestingly, as a Jewish group defending a Catholic here, and they are speaking out and calling these attacks simply reprehensible. And of course, just a quick primer in case, I can't believe people would have missed it by this point, but she has been attacked from everything from saying her objectivity being called into question, saying the dogma lives loudly within you. That was Senator Dianne Feinstein, and she's been attacked for adopting kids from Haiti as well. So even just something as good-hearted as an adoption is being called into a question as an attack. And this group here is saying that the fact that the critics, must resort to such bigoted attacks and not focus on issues shows that there's really probably not much to criticize at all with Amy Coney Barrett.
Now, the group also drew a comparison between Barrett and President John F. Kennedy, who was attacked for his Catholic faith. He was the first Catholic president. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, they call back to that time and they say that although sort of the anti-Catholic mood had sort of softened after World War II, that at that time it was very, kind of acceptable. At least you could get away with attacks on a Jew, a Quaker, or a Unitarian, or a Baptist at that time. And so they are calling attention to that and saying that it's absolutely incumbent on them to stand up and not let that sort of attitude towards faith resurface again.
What did the vice president of that group say in comparing Barrett to the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Yeah, well, he said that, if, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who was Jewish, they were saying that if Barrett was Jewish, that these attacks would be and should be quickly and roundly condemned as anti-Semitic attacks. And he said that, that it was that makes it incumbent on them to stand up and defend Amy Coney Barrett. They also said that attacks on Barrett are dangerous for Jews because it paves the way and desensitizes people to attacks on faith. And of course, we all remember it's kind of in the spirit of Pastor Martin Niemöller's quote, first they came for the socialists and I said nothing, et cetera, et cetera. And then they came for the Jews and there was, I said nothing. And then they came for me and there was no one left to stand for me. So it's in the spirit of that this Jewish group is standing up for Catholic Amy Coney Barrett.
All right, Dan Andros of faithwire.com, thank you so much for being with us. I want to remind you at home that you can watch FaithWire here on the CBN News Channel this evening at 9:30 Eastern.